All right, welcome back to the Morning Smoke. It is your host, the underscore truth 1987. I am here with my co host, Mr. Mello Miller. We're in for our third segment, and we are bringing it back again with our Shades of Excellence. And on today's Shades of Excellence, we want to give tribute and honor to the late Chadwick Boseman, who is very, very known for his film, filmography, more specifically Black Panther. That is the one that pretty much put him up on put him up on the pedestal there. But we're going to talk a little bit about him, kind of what he's done in his career, and we're going to talk about some of the movies that he's been in because a lot of people don't know what TV shows or movies he's actually been in. We always, attribute him to Black Panther, which he should be, obviously. But he's been in movies and great movies, even before Black Panther. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about if he's, won any awards and things of that nature. So we'll go through all of that. But before we get into the history of our late guy, um, how do you like Chadwick? Is if you was to put him in a category of actors, where would he fall at in your category, sir?
Um, you know, I think that he had a career that was cut short, so
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult. But he left his mark definitely on Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with him was I almost feel like Black Panther may have been the perfect role for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That character kind of fit him the best, but I didn't see him as like this super energetic. You know, I didn't know if I was gonna see him like with. I mean, he obviously Black Panther. That's a lot of CGI. That's a lot of stunt doubles going on. But if you actually seen him say in a without the costume on, and you seen him in a karate or some Matrix style, I just didn't see that from him. He
Yeah.
took more serious roles. He took more biographies. Um, and he fit those narratives when he was um portraying someone else,
Mhm.
their life, like a real person. So I wondered if that was his limitation there. I also don't know, was his did he actually stretch into comedy as much,
No,
And I-
I was actually just kind of taking a look at his
yeah.
movies and TV shows, and I don't really see any. He was on Saturday Night Live, and
He
I
did
mean, I guess,
host that. And that's what
uh,
makes some drier
I mean,
people funny on there.
I mean, he did What If, and there were some comedic moments in there. Um, Other than that, I mean, yeah, he's been pretty much in kind of more dramas or, things of that nature. So,
And I'm not knocking that. My favorite type of movie is a good, serious,
hmm
tension filled, suspense thriller, tearjerker. Those are
yeah,
my kind of movies. I'm
hmm
just curious. I'm just when we talk about range, we talked about Denzel. We're just comparing. I'm not trying to lessen Chadwick.
right,
I'm putting
right,
him in
right,
his proper
right.
perspective. That's what make Denzel Denzel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
His range, right? And so, Chadwick, you're appreciated. I loved his work for what he did. I know what he was good at, and I think he did too.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
But
if
that's what
you
I
were,
think about when I think about Chadwick, though. So,
yeah, for me, I would, copy that. You know, I think that's what I like more about him. Some people will try to do things that they know that's not their niche, like that's not their thing. Um, and just to try to get some sort of notoriety or whatever, just be good at what you are good at doing. And that's what I like about Chadwick. He was very good at being in these type of movies, dramas and crime, you know, biographies, things of that nature. He was good in that particular genre of movies, and that's what he stuck with, and that's what has made his mark. In the film industry. So I definitely commend him. If I was to, he's definitely one of my favorite actors, for sure. It's unfortunate that his life was cut short due to the colon cancer. But I do enjoy his work ethic, and I know we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But for a person who was sick with that for a while, like he was diagnosed, I think I think you said 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
2016, yeah.
So from 2016, which was basically essentially the height of his film career, because that's you think of all the big movies that came out, Captain America, Black Panther, Avengers, both Avengers. You think of 21 Bridges, which is also another really good movie. You think of a couple other different movies that he was in after that. That was some big blockbusters. Thurgood Marshall, missed that one. He was in that, and that was after his diagnosis. So I mean, he was working, even being sick. And a lot of people I read like some notes and some things that people have said about him working with him. A lot of people didn't even know he was sick. Really, only his family knew what was going on, which is amazing. I mean, colon cancer it's a big thing, but a lot of people never knew he had it. So I do commend him for that as well too. But yeah, that's what I think about when I think of him. So for sure.
Yeah, he died in August of 2020, so we're talking 4 years, and he
Mhm.
he had stage 4 cancer from 2019.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he worked up. I mean, he had movies that dropped, the
yeah.
year that he died.
Yep.
Two movies, The Blood, the Five Bloods, which I actually kind of liked,
Mhm.
and then the Marraines Black Bottom. So for me, um, I'm not really sure how to process him keeping that a secret, except you see some people completely shut down.
Yeah. Yep.
And he worked to the end. He didn't accept. From what I understand, is with cancer, and I don't mean to. I'm out of my field. It's just perception. From what I understand,
Yeah.
those kind of diagnoses, when you get them, the news is what'll kill you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because your whole mindset changes, and you notice when people get the diagnosis, all of a sudden they start becoming sick.
Mhm.
It's because your whole mentality and your energy changes inside. It's
Yeah.
mental,
Yeah.
and he kept pushing through, and so that is kind of, I applaud him for that. Um, I do have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
Same as Denzel.
Uh
I'm gonna
oh.
need
Uh
your
oh.
least favorite Chadwick movie.
Okay.
Your least favorite. I'm gonna give you mine, but I asked you first.
Of course. Of course. You always, just throw this thing on me. My least favorite would probably be so it's called I didn't even really watch it, honestly. I think I like watched a couple of minutes of it and I said, not for me. It's just not the type of movie. The Kill Hole that was back in 2012. Um it had let me see the people had in it because I told you I literally started watching a little bit of it and I was like, nope, not for me. Tori Kittles, Dennis Atkins, Victoria Blake. I don't even know half of these people. Ted Rooney, Billy Zane. I don't even know who these people are. But it was basically he was like a cop essentially, I think, in this movie. And I don't know. It's not that he can't play a cop because I really enjoyed him in 21 Bridges. I thought he was really good in there. But I don't know. Just I would say probably that one's the least. Yeah, I go with that one. So
Mine was definitely, it's easy for me.
what's that?
It's 21 Bridges. I just did not like it.
You didn't like 21 Bridges? I thought it was cool.
I thought the plot was thin.
Oh,
I thought that it was one of his least impressive roles, story productions that he was a part of.
I
And
thought it
some
was
of that's, out of his hands, because it's the overall, movie itself that was weak. But yeah,
I
nothing stood out to me in that movie at all.
I thought it was okay.
I mean, look, critics gave that 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes has it at 54%.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think it
I mean, I
it
get it. I'm just saying, I still thought it was cool though.
But that's one of my. And you know what, Coach, I'll go first on my favorite.
Oh yeah, you of course you will on the favorite. Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
ask myself the tough questions just like you get asked.
No, you that's an easy one for you. That's the reason why you picked that one. But that's okay. Go ahead.
No, honestly, my favorite for him, um, was it's actually tough. It's not as easy as one would think
Uh-huh.
because it's easy. I could pick Black Panther. I mean, let's just be honest. But I don't want to. I'm gonna put that aside.
Yeah,
That's obviously.
that's in the category of his own. We'll leave
Yeah,
that
so
over
I'm
there.
not. I'm not gonna let either one of us
'Cause I-
pick Black Panther.
yeah, I
It's
wasn't
too.
gonna pick it either. That's what I said. It's too easy. Yeah.
My favorite one from him was Marshall.
Okay.
But I actually really like that story. It's a biopic about Thurgood Marshall, and I really like that era when it comes to telling Black stories, and their journeys, and that civil rights movement, and I just really liked that story as well. Um, but that's my favorite of his, aside from T'Challa.
Okay. For me, it's also it ain't tough. It's easy actually if you're putting Black Panther aside. Um, Draft Day. My man was Mr. Vontae Mack. In Draft Day. I really enjoyed him in that movie. Even though I know Kevin Costner stole the show, I get it. He was a dog in that movie. I
He
I
was
get it.
earlier in his career too.
I get it. But I really enjoyed him playing Vontae Mack. And of course, I got to give him props because he went to the best college in the nation, the Ohio State University. So I got to give him credit for that. So yeah, but I really did like him. I even liked the storyline of Vontae in the movie,
His
which
sister
led
and
yeah,
nephew.
it basically led him to being picked by Kevin Costner and things of that nature. So I really enjoyed that, and he played a really good role doing that too. So
Yeah, well, I know we're coming up against it, man, and I just want to say, for me personally, that I thank Chadwick for leaving his legacy and sacrificing some of his end days with leaving an enduring legacy of film and character that you can have replay value, and he had quality work, and so um, under all his circumstances, he delivered really good work when other people have no excuses and they can't come close to it. So I applaud you. Your flowers, shades of excellence. You exemplify what this is about. So
absolutely, and
anyway,
I
take
and
us
I
home, Paul.
and I just want to add, I'm glad he played T'Challa because now I feel empowered every time I go somewhere. Don't talk to me, colonizer. uh, you know, Wakanda, So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you for that. But yeah, we're on our way out of here. Tune into us next week. We'll have some more content, all that good stuff for you. Actually, the next week we should have a surprise for you. Um, we didn't talk about it this episode, but we're definitely going to talk about it the following. We're going to talk about my trip to Florida. We did have a conversation about who was getting what at a certain event, aka Star Wars. I was being nice today, but you'll see the real me next week, guys. So we'll go over that as well too. But tune in next week. We will be back here on the radio station from 10 to 11 a.m. on JQLM Radio. You'll catch us on our Facebook and YouTube and TikTok for videos and talking to the people out there, all that good stuff. Also, come see us or listen to us at Spotify and Anchor.fm as well too. But until next time, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.